Well, as you all know, I am but a humble and shy podcaster. There's nothing I hate more than attention, especially attention from my ideological adversaries. I find it quite frightening to be confronted by them. Sure, I may have a funny way of showing it sometimes, like at St. Louis University, where we went outside to confront a mob of angry protesters to their face, or at Loudoun County, where we rented a woman's basement just so that we could go and yell at the local school board. You might see something like that and think that I enjoy this kind of thing, or even that I thrive on it. But that's a misinterpretation. I am meek and bashful on the inside, and that's why I was so distressed to hear that LGBT activists are planning a major protest at my event at Texas A&M tomorrow. Now, being such a self-effacing person, I just hate it when the left makes a scene at my events, bringing more attention to my message and to me, and putting me in the headlines and so on. It's terrible. I wish they wouldn't do it. I beg them to stop, but they just won't listen. And so it was with great horror that I was made aware of the plot they have concocted for tomorrow. Some informants over at YAF sent me internal documents where the protesters have helpfully laid out their plan point by point, and even describe ahead of time the disguises they'll be wearing in order to get into the event. Indeed, their plan is to infiltrate the event from the inside, disrupt it, shout me down, and generally cause a big scene. And again, I hate big scenes. It's the thing I hate the most. Don't be fooled by the fact that I go out of my way to put myself in the middle of such scenes, sometimes risking my own physical safety to do so. Still, I hate it. And that's why I'm begging the leftist activists not to carry out this plan. Please do not bring more publicity to my event and to me and to the message that I have. Please, I'm asking for your mercy. Don't do it. Now, referring to the document titled Layout of the Walkout, it begins with step one, which is to reserve a ticket to the event, which are free, by the way, and anyone can get a ticket. They want to claim as many of the tickets for themselves as they can ahead of time in order to prevent people who actually want to listen to the talk from being able to do so. And then it continues, quote unquote, step two, show up at MSC Bethencourt Ballroom on Wednesday, February 9th at 5 p.m. wearing business casual or business formal clothing. Arriving early gives us time to form groups and ensures that our members can reserve as many seats as possible before Walsh's supporters. Business casual allows us to blend in with Walsh's supporters and should be done in addition to dressing cisgender and heterosexual passing. If you're questioned or draw attention due to your voice, appearance, or gender presentation, explain that you're attending the talk to earn credit for a political science or philosophy class. Now, I have to say that I'm glad these people will be dressing appropriately for once, so that's nice. Though I do find it a little bit funny that they think my supporters all walk around in business casual or business formal attire. I don't even dress that way to my own events. I'll be there in a flannel. I'm also quite interested in this plan to dress cisgender or heterosexual passing. I guess that means leave the fishnet and assless chaps at home. Offer the best, I suppose. In fact, just because I'm a generous person, I will actually try to help these activists. I'm going to help you. If you're planning to infiltrate my event and you want to blend in with cisgender and heterosexual passing clothing, all you have to do is wear white t-shirts with "I'm a heterosexual" in big red letters across the front. That's the best way to blend in. That's how we heterosexuals dress. It's just what we do. It's how we identify other members of our tribe. And we oftentimes we'll go up to someone and say, "Hey, bro, you hetero?" And then they'll open up their jacket to show the t-shirt, and we'll fist bump and say, "Hell yeah, hetero for life." In fact, make sure to do that at the event, exactly that, while you're kind of mingling with the crowd. What you could do is just walk up to people and say, "Hey, fellas, just doing my cisgender hetero thing. What about you?" And when everyone hears that, they're going to know that you're one of us. Also, one other quick tip. Oftentimes we'll wear clown noses, just a big, bright red clown noses. So make sure to wear them as well. And a wig also wouldn't hurt. Although I suppose the clown wig might be indistinguishable from your usual hairstyle. So just the nose will be fine. Glad I can help. Now back to the document. It says, if you bring a bag or purse, the bag will be searched. If you're bringing a speaker or flag, you must conceal the speaker or flag somewhere on your body. Now pausing here again, and I don't want to use my imagination too much here, but I'm not sure I want to know how these people plan to conceal a speaker or flag on their body. I don't want to know which crevice or orifice will be used for storage in this case. But I guess this is another reason why fishnets and assless chaps are out of the question. If you feel like you aren't getting the respect you deserve in life, well, I've got a solution for you. Established Titles is your opportunity to earn the title of Lord or Lady and gain the respect you deserve. All you need is a 1 square foot plot of land in Scotland. In your title pack, you'll receive at least 1 square foot of dedicated land on a private estate and an official certificate with a crest. Your certificate will include a unique plot number with which you can see the exact location of your land. These title packs are a fantastic gift and the best way to surprise your loved ones, from girlfriends to boyfriends or even family. You could even get a couple pack for you and your partner where you can get adjoining plots of land. Well, with this certificate, you could officially change your name to Lord or Lady and get it on your credit card, your plane ticket, etc. Established Titles is having a great extended New Year's sale. So go to establishedtitles.com/Matt Walsh to save 10% off today. And remember to use the discount code Matt Walsh or just click the link below. That's establishedtitles.com/Matt Walsh or just click the link below. Continuing, it says, step 3. Find our chanter and members with portable speakers and break into groups of 9. If you're not in the group, find a buddy. We'll have one person leading chants and at least 2 members with portable speakers to announce the start of the walkout. Each of these people must be in groups of 9 so that their groups can be arranged in seats surrounding them for safety, like so. And you can see the chart they have set up. They got everything in a color-coordinated chart, which looks like they're playing Battleship or something. The document also notes that if they can't get 35 protesters to show up, they'll surrender and disband. And it's kind of sad to think of these poor people all showing up in their heterosexual outfits and then doing a head count and finding out that there's, only 27. So they just turn around and walk away awkwardly. If we see a bunch of people in clown noses wandering away dejectedly, we'll know what happened. The document goes on with step 4 explaining how they'll coordinate their seating chart, and then step 5, which says, quote, wait for the recording to play. Put your mask on, stand up, and raise your left fist. After 10 to 20 minutes of Walsh speaking, enough time for any overflow crowd outside the room to disperse so they cannot take our place when we leave, a recording of the STAR Manifesto will be played over the speakers. STAR stands for Street Transvestite Action Revolutionaries and was the group founded by Marcia P. Johnson and Sylvia Rivera to support homeless and incarcerated trans people during the gay liberation movement. Once the recording plays, if you aren't already wearing a COVID mask, please put one on so that your face is unrecognizable. Stand up and raise your left fist. What a shocker here. They plan to wear a mask, not because they actually think it will protect them from COVID, but just to conceal their identity while they cause a public disruption. If I didn't know any better, I might think that all of the shoplifters and looters in blue cities across the country are wearing masks for the same reason. Which is really a revelation, because up until now, I just assumed that they were all very health conscious. In any case, we get finally to step 6, where the chanting begins, and protesters are encouraged to take a screenshot of the chant lyrics so that they don't forget the words. So they're all going to pull out their phones, they're going to have the lyrics there, they're going to start chanting. And I might have to put this up on the chalkboard for them in the room, just to make it easier. But the chant goes as follows. First you have the leader who will say, when trans people are under attack, what do we do? And the crowd responds, stand up, fight back. Then it repeats gay and queer in place of trans. I have to say I'm a little disappointed in the chant because it doesn't rhyme. Any good chant should always rhyme. Especially in this case, when a very simple edit would solve the problem. Far be it from me to offer notes to the people who are trying to shout me down at my own event, but why wouldn't the chant be, when trans people are under attack, stand up, fight back? Why? You don't need what do we do, just attack and back, it rhymes. Much better. Pithier, has a better flow, it rhymes. Anyway, if all goes according to plan, they will stage this demonstration about 10 to 20 minutes into my talk, cause several minutes of disruption, and then walk out. And we'll just resume the event as scheduled. And then, because they caused a scene and turned the speaking event into a news event, I will afterwards be forced to do several local and cable news interviews where I talk about the event and also the subject I was there to speak about, thereby amplifying the very message they were trying to shut down. And we certainly wouldn't want that. You know, it almost might seem as though the truth shines brighter the more you try to suppress it. And you might even think that the better approach for an opponent would be to engage with my message intellectually, actually try to debate my points, which they could do during the Q&A. In fact, not only can they do it during the Q&A, but if you disagree, you get to go to the front of the line. That's how much you are welcome. And you get a microphone, or you could say whatever you want. And given that I'm just a drooling, stupid, racist, homophobic, fascist bigot, it should be really easy to embarrass me. I didn't even go to college. These are all college students. They have more education than I do, officially anyway. So why wouldn't you take the opportunity to take the microphone and just totally humiliate me? Tear me apart. I'll have just finished speaking for 30 minutes, and you could go point by point, boom, 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 and rip it apart. The problem is it's hard to do that if your whole worldview is empty and vacuous and built atop a house of cards that collapses under the slightest intellectual scrutiny. I suppose your only choice then is to chant and scream and run away, plugging your ears. So good luck with that. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, listen, hit the subscribe button. Do it right now. I demand it. And I thank you for your compliance. It is somewhat appreciated.